नमस्ते, सुप्रभातम, वेलकम ब्रह्म मुहूर्त ब्रह्म मुहूर्त में का स्वागत। सुप्रभातम, ब्रह्म योग में सभी का स्वागत है। Namaste. So today I'm streaming live about yoga for hernia, and we have been doing Brahma Muhurta yoga classes on Zoom platform. For those who do not know me, I am Dr. Mayurvkaku. I am a neurosurgeon, means a surgeon who operates on brain and spine. In addition to that, I am a yoga therapist. I have been practicing yoga since childhood, and that interest or that intense practice which I have done has kept me into yoga, and I have been able to help many patients without surgery in terms of spine problems, in terms of degenerative diseases, and I have been able to help them prevent diseases developing further and even heal them, cure them without surgery, without medicines. I teach traditional yoga using the principles of Patanjali Yoga Sutras, and as well as I teach mudras, pranayam, relaxation techniques, yoga nidras, all these things, with the help of which we all evolve into a better level of consciousness. The ultimate goal is to achieve supreme consciousness. Today, we are going to learn a bit about hernia, and we are going to practice very simple techniques, very simple techniques which can be done by anybody to prevent hernia, And if hernia is there, then after a proper evaluation, after understanding the level of your hernia, you can also practice and try to reduce the hernia and finally make the abdominal wall so healthy and strong that the hernia goes back at the same time. It remains normal. The abdominal wall remains normal. We'll just see some slides and then try to understand hernia. So we have been conducting regular yoga classes, Brahma Muhurta yoga classes, Monday to Friday on Zoom platform. For that, you can go to my community section and see for the registration. Every Monday we learn chair yoga. Tuesday we learn loop yoga predominantly. Wednesday we learn yoga blocks. Thursday is completely dedicated to pranayam, and on Friday we do yoga wheel and miscellaneous practices. One of the most important practices to understand the movement of abdominal wall is to understand our breathing, and then through breathing we'll be able to make our abdominal wall strong, and that itself will help us to keep our body posture correct. It will help us to keep our spine normal and spine healthy. So this is very important. Abdominal breathing, diaphragmatic breathing, this I will explain in detail, and we will practice this as we move on. So you can see here the diaphragm, you can see here it is separating the lungs and the abdomen. And then when we inhale, the lungs they expand properly, then only the abdomen will come out. And when lungs collapse, the abdomen should go in. And if lungs want to collapse completely, the abdomen has to go in so that the lungs are collapsed properly. We'll practice and experience rather than theoretical discussion. Now, regarding the abdominal wall, you can see here, many of you would have seen film stars, celebrities having six-pack abs, and you can see here one, two, three, four, five. Actually, you can have more also, and means 5 into 10 it becomes. And you can see here there are various layers of muscles, and they are protecting or covering our abdominal organs. On the right side, there is liver. On the left side, there is stomach and spleen. Down there, there are kidneys and intestines here, small intestine, large intestine, and then urinary bladder. In ladies, it will be uterus. So what happens is that there are various openings also in that, and which lead to herniation. One of the herniation externally what we can perceive. There are internal hernias also. Externally, umbilical hernia, inguinal hernia, femoral hernia. From the places where there are defects in the abdominal wall, the intestine or the abdominal content comes out, and that obviously will cause pain. It may cause further problems like intestinal obstructions and so on and so forth. It can happen, it can complicate into very serious condition also. So that is why one of the important aspects is when we become aware about our body, it it helps us to catch any problem early. If you are spending time with yourself in terms of yoga and you are trying to improvise the condition of each and every body part, at that time what will happen, you will be able to find out if there is any problem regularly. If you are doing, you will be definitely be able to, oh, today I am not feeling so comfortable in this aspect, that aspect. Recently somebody had, lost the pulse. I asked for pulse and the chin mudra, and then when they are feeling pulse, it becomes a different level of dhyana. So while feeling the pulse, one person told that I am not feeling pulse. Previously I was feeling, now I have stopped feeling. And that person was around 77 years old. And then we told that please undergo an evaluation, and it was on the left side. So I requested, based on my knowledge, I requested her to undergo 2D echo, and it was found that she had a silent MI. And immediately it was taken care through angioplasty. So see, it is, yoga is not completely, it is not foolproof. We have to combine the modern medicine also, and whenever emergency and whenever anything serious is there, we have to take care in that manner also. So it's a holistic approach rather than just one-sided approach. So now, causes and risk factors for hernia, this we need to understand, these youngsters need to understand. When we understand this, in the later aspect of our life, we will not be having hernia, because if we understand now, we'll prevent all these factors. For example, increased stress on abdomen. How it happens, that we should understand. Old weak spot present in the abdomen. So previous abdominal surgery also. For example, appendicectomy. If it has been done in a traditional manner, then there can be a chance of incisional hernia. Wherever incisions are there, their hernia can happen. For example, if for cesarean section patients also it can happen. So weak spot. Then straining at the time of urination and bowel movements. So there are many people whose stream is not good. For example, elderly who have prostatomegaly, they try to strain to empty the bladder. That is not a good idea. There are people who have constipation and who try to strain to move out the bowels, and for that also there is a problem, because it will increase unnecessary tension in the abdominal wall, and through weak spots in the abdominal wall, the herniation can happen. Heavy lifting, inadequate understanding of breathing in association with lifting weights, it can cause herniation. Especially in, even if you are breathing properly, also heavy lifting causes unnatural strain on the body. Like if you want to take a very serious example, then hernia is a very small thing, but unnecessary heavy lifting, unnecessary exercises, unnecessary sweating, which is not recommended by Ayurveda. Only 50% of the time, the total duration at which you start sweating. For example, you start sweating at 1 hour, then your total duration should be 30 minutes of exercise. That is 50% of your sweating time. But unfortunately, many celebrities they do. Recently, our Kannada actor Puneet Rajkumar also he expired, and reasons are being speculated that he was doing a lot of heavy training. That also it can cause strain on the heart, not only on the abdominal wall. It can cause strain on the heart also. Fluid in the abdomen or ascites. There are many patients who will develop swelling, uh, like because of a collection of fluid in the abdomen, and then abdomen will be big, and that will stretch the abdominal wall unnaturally, and the nutrition is also not good. So abdominal wall will become weak and lead to hernia. Pregnancy, because of increasing the size of uterus, abdominal wall stretches. Yesterday only I saw some patient. She was 48 years old and she had developed umbilical hernia after second delivery, because yes, it stretches, and because of that, the abdominal wall becomes weak. Overweight, once again, the abdominal fat will stretch. So anything which stretches abdominal wall should be prevented. Anything which increases tension in the abdomen unnaturally should be prevented. Chronic coughing and sneezing. So those who are allergic people, those who have tendency of developing cough, for example, chain smokers who developed COPD and they keep on coughing. So that is one more thing. Family history, there are some hereditary causes also. Aging, obviously with aging our muscles become weak, and those who are born premature. So there are many, some are not in our control, like the last three. A family history, yeah, it's not in our control. Premature birth is also not in our control. Yeah, but aging, yes, we can be gracefully aging. That is how we can prevent further problems. So I will stop here and we will start practicing. This practice we will start and then we will end into further practices. Namaste, Swatam. You can share Padma ji, namaste, Gautam ji, namaste, Murthy ji, namaste. You can share your this video link to others also, so that others can also join. And later on, you can share again for people to understand hernia better and practice properly, so that we prevent and hopefully treat safely the hernia. Okay. So now we are going to practice the abdominal breathing. So this is chest. You can feel your bones here. These bones are called as ribs. Okay, and this whole structure is called as rib cage. Okay, or thorax. Now wherever this bone finishes, underneath, inside, like as a cover or a lid, the diaphragmatic muscles is sitting. Diaphragm, and the diaphragm muscle will protect the abdomen content to go into the thorax and the lungs to fall down into the abdomen. Okay. Now, what needs to be done is we need to fill the lungs completely with air. So for that, you need to feel the movement of the body. Then only you will be able to understand whether the diaphragm is working or not. So keep one hand on the abdomen, one hand on the chest, and start feeling the movement. Nothing to be done, only feeling the movement of abdominal wall, feeling the movement of chest wall. Okay, keep it like this and start breathing. Observe my hands. So if you see my abdominal wall is moving and exhalation is going inside. Most important aspect is bringing awareness. There is no alternative to your own awareness, your own experience. So I'm feeling my abdomen very nicely. I'm able to feel the movement of air in my lungs, and then I'm seeing the movement of abdominal wall bulging, and it's going inside. Okay, so this is diaphragmatic breathing. It's extremely essential for any yoga practice. Any yoga practice. You need not have six-pack abs. It's not necessary. It's not healthy also many a number of times. If it naturally develops, that is fine. But there should not be unnecessary excessive attempt on building the abs. Instead of that, you should learn to make your abdominal wall more and more conscious. Okay, with abdomen ab workout, it becomes like stone, and it, it does not solve the purpose. Idea is to become aware of what is happening here in terms of breathing in and breathing out, and then it will lead to proper oxygen carbon dioxide exchange. Okay, so now what we are going to do is we are going to practice for this thing, hernia prevention. Okay, hernia prevention. First thing is hernia prevention, and those who feel okay. So for them, very basic ideas I'm going to discuss. Not too many heavy things because it's not good to discuss. Advanced things without understanding, without implementing. Okay. So you can take a chair, you can lie down. In lying down position also, you can try to feel your breath. Now what we are going to do is, we are going to do chair viparit karana. So as you can see here, now my legs are folded and they are resting on this chair. So you will feel here the place where hernia generally happens, the groin region, at the junction of abdomen and the thigh. You will feel this area is relaxed now, comparatively, as compared to sitting position. Now, Once again, become aware of your breathing. I hope you are able to make out the body abdominal movement, and it will be at a different level experience because you are lying down on the floor. So, and plus you have raised your legs up. So this wall is relaxed. Okay. Now, next practice. What we can do is we can further allow ourselves to relax in the form of something called as Viparita, which with the help of chair you can raise your lower back and middle back and then gently lift your both the legs. This also become more and more aware of your breath. Inhale, exhale. So I am able to feel my abdominal wall. Na hatat, na hatat. How much ever you can, that much you should do. And then slowly you should once again come back. So as you could see, what I was doing is I was inhaling, bulging the abdomen, exhaling, sucking it, because my abdominal wall was now perpendicular ulta direction, inversion. Okay. So because of inversion, it was coming towards my chest. It was coming towards my chest, and at the same time, this area was becoming empty in a better way. That is what I felt. Okay. And at the same time, the muscles of the pelvis, including the anal sphincter, the anus region, was contracting on complete exhalation. So that is called as Ashwini Mudra. So that is called as Ashwini Mudra. In this pose only, we can do further things like inhale, see the abdomen filling, and then exhale, emptying it at the same time, bringing the right knee to the chest. You can feel the emptying of right side of the abdomen. Nicely full. Inhale, go back. Exhale, left side. This is a very slow and a steady process. You should not try to do too much. You should try to be more aware rather than trying to just finish off. It's not about just finishing off, it's about becoming aware. Now both the legs are filled, now empty. So it's going in completely. I'll allow further emptying and bring the knees close to the chest. Normal breathing, you can do it. Inhale, let it go once again. Once again, exhale. So when you're doing this, next time your hand should grip more close to each other. Feel that pull. Pavana Muktasana. Try to touch your forehead to the knee. Inhale and then exhale. That will empty nicely. Inhale and exhale, release, relax. Pavana Muktasana. Okay. Observe what changes are happening. All these things we need to observe. Observation is very, very important. Now I will show you slightly strenuous. This is the relaxing part because here we are completely, lower limbs are in complete relaxation. Slightly strenuous. Out. Inhale and lift your right leg like this. Keep it straight. Feel the stretch. And then exhale. This makes the abdominal wall strong. Inhale. That leg straight. Feel the stretch. Normal breathing for a while. And then exhale. This is also still at discounted rate. Okay. Now both the legs. This is still discounted because we are using chair. As you can see once again, the inguinal part, the groin part, it is more and more collapsing. And after exhalation in this position, you can empty that area further. Okay. Inhale and exhale. Release. Max. After sufficient relaxation, you can remove the chair and do the practice without chair. Similar practice without chair. Now, in that case, what I was recommending is there are many things like yoga block, like the initial practice what we have done was doing curling. So I will show you doing yoga block, how to do and how it can help emptying the lower part of the abdomen and relaxing that area. Lie down. Fold your legs gently. Lowest level of yoga block. Have the links of yoga block, yoga loops, all these things are there in the description. Whatever I am using, I will put. So you can see here. Okay. Now question is about this area. Inhale. Now after reaching there, up. You have to exhale. So when you are exhaling, become aware of this area. Try to lift it in and up. Initially, you may not be finding anything, but as time passes, as you become more and more aware, you will start seeing the changes. Exhale. So this was at one level. Now next level is raising. You see the effect of all these things, cumulative effect. You see how it changes your perception, your awareness about the lower abdominal wall. Okay, inhale. Now exhale. You can see my abdominal wall movement. Full. Inhale. Now highest height of the yoga block. And then in that position, lift your lower legs. Inhale. Okay. This will be at a different level. You will feel the difference between of the lower abdomen. Inhale. Exhale. Everything has to be done in a comfortable manner. And release. So when you are releasing, not just like that releasing, one by one, step by step, you are bringing it down. Once again, inhale. Okay. Inhale. And slowly release the yoga block. Now, Ekpada Uttana Padasana. That you can see here. I have engaged the loop in my right leg. And then gently inhale. And I am lifting my right leg here straight. And I'm feeling here. Exhale. Feel the intake. Inhale. Exhale. You will start feeling this area very well. Okay. Inhale and then gently exhale and let it go. Gently, slowly. No. Nothing should be done which will strain unnecessary. The whole purpose of yoga is that Thiram Sukham Asanam. You have to become more and more stable, you have to become more and more happy. The pose. Inhale. Enjoy. Now exhale. Give it the area. This area. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Gently let it go. Exhalation. Now we are going to use both the legs and activate both groin region. Left, right, arms. Good. Inhale. Enjoy the stretch and then exhale, activate. Now with each emptying, try to bring legs closer to the body. Try to keep knees straight. Keep doing. Inhale and then exhale. It will be like squeezing from toothpaste. Like that it will become. Abdomen will be having a very small area to represent. Slowly inhale and come up. Slowly exhale. Once again, bring to the same area. Inhale and then gently exhale. Release and relax. Now enough of supine practices, means lying down on the back practices. We will do lying down on the abdomen practice. Only one very important practice is there in lying down on the abdomen. Okay. According to me, you may find something more on internet, but according to me, only one practice is very, very important, and that is Shashankasana. Now today we are just focusing on emptying that part. Strengthening part will come later. Okay. Maybe next week we will discuss on Saturday. Inhale and look up. This becomes Bhujangasana. Don't do it for a long time in case of if you are having a hernia. For prevention, you can do. For treatment, immediately go into Shashankasana while exhaling. As you can see, the abdomen does not have a place. If your legs are together, it is always better, like mine are right now. But if you are not comfortable, then gently open your knees and allow the abdominal fat to occupy the space. Once again, focus should be on abdominal wall feeling and emptying the space. Slowly inhale and come. So when you inhale and come out, slowly Vajrasana. Vajrasana. You can go into something called as Virasana as well. What is Virasana? The knees are closer to each other, but the ankles are out. They are not beneath the hips. They are out. It's very interesting. It's very rejuvenating also. But if you are an elderly, if you have a knee problem, you may not be able to do it. So in that case, you can avoid doing it or else try to make yourself comfortable using something like this yoga block, which will make your strain on the knee lesser. Okay, now next, this is not for empty, this is for strengthening. Next is Ushtrasana. Ushtrasana. Now, how much ever you can do, that much only you do. It's not necessary to practice it. It is just for, see, one is sucking in, and creating that vacuum and collecting all the abdominal content properly and bringing it into a place. Then there is abdominal wall stretch, which should make it stronger. Once again, it is a kind of relaxation after doing too many contractions and making the abdominal wall tight. So Ushtrasana, preventing. Okay, inhale. And then normal breathing. Slowly release and relax. You can relax in once again Vajrasana, or you can relax in Shashankasana, depending upon how you are feeling. Okay. Slowly inhale and come up. Now I want to show something more and something more interesting in sitting position. That is Gomukhasana. Inhale and exhale. Release the left leg. Inhale and exhale. Release the right. Now inhale, exhale. Put your right leg in this way, on towards the left side. Inhale and exhale. Left leg like this. And sit on the left ankle. So like this it will happen. And your knees will be one below the other. Okay. Now, if you see, the groin area is nicely contracted. Okay. That area is completely affected. It's closing. Inhale, exhale. This is called as Gomukhasana. Once again, suck your abdomen in on exhalation. Look forward. Change the hands. So this is for shoulders also. This is for hips also. This is for hernia also. Now, if you really want to do something more in this aspect, like if you want more squeeze, then bend forward. And try to allow more and more contraction in that area. Slowly inhale and come up. Exhale and release. Inhale and exhale. So this was right side, similarly left side. Inhale. Inhale. Today I'm showing you side view, so it will help you to understand how I sit, how things happen in this pose. Okay. Enjoy the squeeze. See, my neck does not bend. It stays straight. That is very, very important. Release, relax now. Rather forward, coming forward. Suck your abdomen in and bend forward. Slowly inhale and come. Exhale, release right leg. Inhale and exhale, release left leg. So similarly, obviously we can do Paschimottanasana that also sucks the abdomen in. Padottanasana that also helps to squeeze that area, groin region. Okay. But move with more awareness. Inhale. Exhale. Looking forward. Checking with the in. Slowly inhale and come up. Exhale and release. Now, a very interesting way of doing the next one is Pada Hastasana. That is, keep your palms. This is advanced practice, a bit advanced. Completely put your palms like this, and on that put your feet. Inhale, look up, and then exhale, straighten your knees. Exhale, straighten your knees. You can see my abdomen is touching my thighs, and I am sucking the abdomen in. Okay, enjoy the stretch. Enjoy the stretch. Slowly remove your hands. Keep them by the side of the legs, if possible. How much is possible, that much you do. Here it is all about abdomen. Slowly inhale and come out. Last but not the least, which is one of my most favorite asanas, is Tadasana. After doing so much, just enjoy the practice of Tadasana with support of wall. Legs together. Press your feet nicely on the ground, spread your toes. Press your ankles against each other. It will tighten all the muscles in the lower leg. Exhale and suck your abdomen in. Inhale and expand your chest. Looking forward, gentle smile on your face. This is Tadasana. And it helps a lot. Whenever you're exhaling, suck your abdomen in. Release. Relax. So this is what is Tadasana. Finally, we are going to stop our practice for today by, at the end, by practicing Prana Mudra and bringing once again the breathing awareness. This time, just feel what changes have happened in 1 hour approximately, and how your life energy, prana, is flowing through the body. There are further many practices, many practices are there. Over a period of time, we will learn. Okay. More strenuous practices I try to avoid. Still, these practices are also strenuous in some or the other way, but they are not more intense like Naukasana. Naukasana is very intense. It's preventive more than therapeutic. So today I try to put more therapeutic asanams which don't put too much tension on the abdominal wall. Later on, we will do more preventive, which put tension on the abdominal wall. It will be preventive rather than therapeutic. In therapeutics, most important thing which we have to understand is relax and practice. Most important thing is relax and practice. Okay, so slowly add up Namaskara Mudra. Omkar followed by Sarve Bhavantu Sukhina. Om. सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामया सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः Shanti. With your eyes closed, slowly take your both the hands back. Hold your right wrist with the left palm. Inhale, arch your back, look up. Exhale, bend from the root of the back. Touch your forehead to the ground. Express gratitude to Mother Earth Almighty, your parents and Guru. Slowly inhale and come. Exhale, release, relax, and then rub your palms against each other so that your feet are positive and happy. Keep them over your eyes, head, neck, shoulder, arms, forearms, chest, abdomen, thighs, and the legs. With few blinks, you may open your eyes. Thank you very much for joining in, and please share these videos with as many people as possible. And please, you are all welcome to Brahma Muhurta yoga classes, which is on Zoom platform Monday to Friday. As we saw that we do on Monday, we do chair, Tuesday we do loop, Wednesday we do yoga blocks, Thursday we do only pranayam, and Friday we do yoga wheels. So all of you are most welcome. The link is there in the community section. If you wish, I will share once again. So thank you very much for joining in. Always remember that all of us have to be healthy, happy, and prosperous together. None of us should suffer. All of us have to live in harmony and peace along with all other plants and animals. Have a nice day.